All right, good afternoon, everybody. This is how I charge water for my children in the sun. This is not my house, this is a temporary situation. However, this is where we're doing this right now. This is what I do. I ask, and then I receive the information through clear cognizance, and then I just do it. That's me. Usually, before I told you, the ideal container would be glass, but this particular location is perfect for the solar and lunar. This is a geopathic ley line. So that is why it's right here. But there's also, I don't know if you can see her, a mother in there with little tiny brand new babies. There's also a lot of traffic because they there's 20 of them who live inside of this particular tree. And so that movement is essential to convert the energy frequency that I need, particularly for me, along with the opposite angles of the solar panels. You know, I feed everybody, but this is the composting section. I libate everything that I cook purposefully, and this is not necessarily my particular residence. However, wherever I am, I do it. So it's nice that they have a composting section here. So I'm grateful. Libation. Everything that I receive is from the earth. So it's only natural I would give that tide back first and foremost before I eat, before we eat. Also, I was feeling really, really sick last night. And so if you're not familiar, I do sleep with um, living things like this right here. There is no fruit or vegetables, or there wasn't at the time when I went to sleep. And so uh, it makes a difference when I eat a lot of meat before I even got pregnant, but especially now. When I eat a lot of meat, it tends to really wreak havoc on my system. You know, like I'm not about to be shaving. I'm about to get this waxed off, but you can see even like throws off my own hormones in my body through eating hamburgers. So that meatloaf really threw my own internal system out of whack. So that is the reasoning for this. But I I receive information first, and then I act upon that knowing. However, I didn't, when I put this out here this morning, afterwards, because um, I wasn't going to eat it. I needed it with me so that I wouldn't be terribly sick, and there was nothing other than grapefruit, to keep with me. So that was particularly the only reason that I had that around. But now because the clear glass of water that I'm charging in the areas specifically are my sacral chakra and my solar plexus chakra and my root chakra. Those are the three elements that are needing regulation because of that meat. And so that is exactly why I'm charging this water. So that way, just in case this happens in the future, I will have, this medicinal water, but also water holds memory. And so rather than it remembering how the meat made me feel on the inside, it will then clear my system, my kid's system, my womb space, and also my energy field from that particular frequency that causes incoherence and dysregulation within my cells. Sometimes when I am in new places like this, new situations, it's it's difficult for somebody who is a practicing shaman to be in mainstream areas with roommates, other people, especially if you don't really know them. And so that was the that's the it's not even an issue. That is the lesson here is that, you know, uh, even though my practices are different than other people's, doesn't mean that it's not equally as essential. And so rather than trying to fit into the mainstream way of things, it's still all right, and nobody didn't accept me for that or anything like that, but my body had to see that I'm listening to it, as my kids and all that good stuff. So yeah, so I will come and get this in an hour. 60 minutes is what it needs at this particular degree, and I am sharing that with everybody.